The other thing is that if you want to see what you see right now is quite different to everyone. So where you actually see the panel of faces, like all the screen boxes, just above it, you'll actually see that it's like there's a couple of different, what would I call them, thumbnails. So you'll see that you can actually click on speaker view, or you can view everybody, or you can go to the top and go view options, and you can actually start to see just the speaker. So if you wanted to focus on more the speaker and then the PowerPoint, you could set up that as well. You're not going to break anything on Zoom. So if you wanted to just try different ways of viewing, please feel comfortable to do that, which is great. So again, welcome. For those that don't know me, my name is Linda Conestobo. I'm the National Sales Director for Australia and New Zealand, and it is my pleasure to be here. This is our second event this week. We had our product launch on Tuesday, and of course tonight is a little different. It's all about learning, and for those that have jumped on, it's really learning about skincare. And of course I couldn't have asked for the best trainer tonight to take you through the skincare masterclass, and that is our resident RM, who is a beauty therapist by trade and has had lots of years of experience in this industry and in this topic particularly. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to I would say to Nikki Katsoulis. However, her screen is saying Linda Conestobo. So if anyone's a little confused why there's two Lindas, it's because we're both logged in with the same number. So I am the original Linda, and we have Linda number 2, who's wearing a white jacket without the black. There you go. So Nikki, over to you. I'm going to unmute you and hand it over to you. So welcome, Nikki.
Awesome. So can everyone hear me? Just thumbs up. I just check the chat box. Can someone just let me know if that they can hear me? Yes, perfect. Okay, so welcome everyone and good evening. So thank you for joining us for our Skincare Masterclass training session. So this session is basically designed to give you the confidence and the knowledge in recommending and selling our beautiful Nutrimedix skincare products. So as a Nutrimedix consultant, your primary objective is to basically help your customers acquire and maintain a healthy and glowing skin. So because there's a lot of information to take you through, we've actually broken down our Skincare Masterclass. I'm just going to flick to the next slide. Our Skincare Masterclass into 2 sessions. So tonight's Skincare Masterclass is basically going to give you a better understanding about the skin structure, identifying the different types of skin, having a look at all the different types of skin conditions, have a look at how the skin ages, and I also wanted to take you through what your daily and also what your weekly routine should actually look like. Now, in next week's session, this is where we're going to learn about all of our amazing skincare products in detail. So you're going to learn more about the features and the benefits of the products. And I'm also going to take you through an easy way to conduct a skin consultation by, what questions should you be asking your customers to enable you to recommend the right skincare products for them. I will also take you through an easy way to help you close the sale as well. So just wanted to start talking a little bit about the skin. So we're going to start off with just providing you some facts about the skin. So the skin is the largest organ of the body, and it actually weighs approximately 3 kilos. So it's always interesting when I jump on those scales, I'm always taking 3 kilos off because I think, well, 3 kilos is just the weight of my skin. So the skin is actually essential to the health and the life of the body. And because it is actually constantly exposed to the environment, it is very important that we are looking after the skin, not only from the inside, but from the outside as well. Now, the skin has got many different functions. So let's just take a look at what some of the functions are. It helps to protect against the environment. It also helps to regulate the body's temperature. It eliminates waste materials. It allows you to touch and feel the outside world through sensation. And most importantly, it actually provides us with our own individual beauty. So next, I wanted to take you through the 3 different layers that actually makes up the skin. So we're going to start with the bottom or the deepest layer. This is actually called the hypodermis. It is actually made up of fatty tissue, and what the hypodermis does, it's actually going to help cushion and support your internal organs, but it's also going to cushion and support the 2 layers that sit above the hypodermis. It also acts as a thermal regulator and a shock absorber. Now, when you're looking at your skincare products do not actually work deep down to this layer. Now, the reason for that is because it is quite deep into the skin, and the other reason is that there is no reason for product to actually need to go down to this layer, because this layer is just basically a support tissue, a support structure to support all the layers above it. However, we're going into the more important layers of the skin. So the next layer, which is the middle layer of the skin, is actually referred to as the dermis. So the dermis actually has 2 of its own layers, and it contains nerve endings, sweat glands, blood vessels, and oil. And most importantly, it also contains your collagen and elastin fibers. So collagen is what actually provides your skin's firmness. And there is about 80% of collagen that is found in the dermis. And elastin is what actually keeps the skin tight. Now, of course, from the age of 20, we generally have lots and lots of collagen in our dermis. But what happens from the age of 20 onwards, we lose about 1% of collagen every single year. And by the time we actually hit the age of around 40, that is actually heavily reduced. Now, the other thing is that the collagen that is actually present in the skin starts to break down. And this is why we start to see the first signs of aging appear, or we start to see some changes occurring in our skin. So I just wanted to share with you a bit of a beauty tip. So I'm sure you can all do this, because I decided to use the back of your hand as a guide to test your elastin levels. So what you can actually do is just take the back of your hand and just pinch your skin. And when you release it, if it actually releases very quickly, it's very fast at releasing back to its normal position, that means you've got plenty of collagen in that area. So this is also another great way to test the levels of elastin if you're doing a skin consultation or when you're talking to your customers. This is an awesome beauty tip that you can actually use so they can actually see how much elastin is in their skin. I also wanted to mention, for easier understanding as well, is think about the collagen and elastin and think about your dermis as a brand new sofa or a brand new mattress. So when you buy a brand new sofa or a mattress, it's got lots of cushion, springs are great, it feels really comfortable, and it's just amazing to sit or to lay on. So what happens obviously over time is, maybe 10, 15 years later, is that your sofa or your mattress actually doesn't give you the same experience that it was giving you when you first purchased the item. And that's what happens to the dermis and to your collagen and to your elastin. However, you can go out and buy a brand new mattress, or you can go out and buy a brand new sofa. Unfortunately, we can't go out and buy new skin, but what you can do is ensure that you're using amazing skincare products, and especially products which are targeted for an aging skin to prevent that damage from happening and to prevent those lines and wrinkles from appearing on the skin. So basically giving you a youthful appearance for longer when using skincare. So the top layer of the skin is called the epidermis. So the epidermis consists of 4 to 5 of its own layers. Now, where you'll actually find 5 layers is on the soles of your feet or the palms of your hand. So wherever you've got thicker, coarser skin, you'll actually have 5 layers. It is made up of millions and millions of living cells, and all the cells actually have their own duties. So they have their own functions. So they all have a role within our body. So for tonight's training and easier understanding, I'm actually going to refer the epidermis to a staircase. So let's just think about the staircase right now, and the bottom of the staircase is the bottom part of your epidermis, and the top of your staircase is the top of your epidermis. So what you can actually touch and feel on your skin. So your new cells are actually born at the bottom of the epidermis. And what happens is that they will duplicate, they will form new daughter cells, because unfortunately cells don't live forever. And what they do is once they've formed their new daughter cell and they've performed their function down at the bottom of the epidermis, they'll actually slowly make their way up the staircase. And as they're making their way up their staircase, they start to lose moisture and they start to flatten out. And eventually they come to the surface, to the top of the staircase, and to the surface of your skin. And once they're at that surface, they're actually then known as dead skin cells. Now, the epidermis is entirely renewed and your cells are replaced every 28 days or every 4 weeks. Now, unfortunately, as we grow older, that 28-day process actually starts to slow down, and that's just the natural cause of aging. So the slowdown, it just makes it longer for new cells to be formed, and it also makes it longer to push those old cells up the staircase to the top. So for those of you that might be now thinking, well, you know, if we're renewing our cells every 28 days or every 4 weeks, why don't I actually have the most perfect skin after that cell renewal cycle? And the reason for that is because you need to ensure that you're actually maintaining things that you're doing internally and products that you're using externally to give you a healthy, youthful and glowing skin. So what I wanted to share with you this evening is my top 3 tips to always remember. By taking these 3 tips and using them within your skincare, and also taking some of the advice from these top tips, I can assure you that you will actually have beautiful, youthful, glowing skin. So the first tip is actually at the bottom layer of the epidermis, where your new cells are actually formed. That's where we need to provide these cells with nutrients. So basically, just like we need to eat food and we need to incorporate fruit and veggies in our diet to get all those nutrients and to keep us healthy, similar to like your skin cells. So you might be thinking, how do I feed my skin cells with nutrients? And it's basically just using skincare products. But when you're using skincare products, it is extremely important that you're using the correct skincare product for your skin type and for your skin conditions. So just a few facts about skincare. The skincare industry is actually worth billions and billions of dollars across Australia and New Zealand. And it is a constantly booming industry. Every year we see the statistics that skincare grows. And that is because more women and men are actually willing to pay for quality and advanced formulas to use on their skin. Because these days, people are now understanding the importance of using skincare and what benefits skincare actually has on their skin. So what I love about Nutrimetics, I've been working with Nutrimetics for the last 5 years, and I've got a great range of products on display here, and I love all of our products. And what I especially love about Nutrimetics is that we have an incredible team, our product development team, who are constantly looking at what the current beauty trends are and are always bringing beauty forward with our advanced technologies in our products. And that's what I absolutely love about our brand. So I can guarantee by using our skincare products that you will definitely nourish and feed your skin cells to give you that beautiful youthful appearance. My second tip I wanted to share with you is to protect the skin from the sun all year round. So although it is winter now, it is cold and there's probably not much sun around, it is important that you're actually protecting the skin by using a sunscreen, not only on your face, but on your body all year round. Now, the sun can actually cause a lot of damage to the skin. And sometimes a lot of people don't actually see the damage on the skin immediately. So I'm actually going to be quite honest here, and I'm not going to lie to you, but when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I was a sun lover, and it was kind of a competition that I used to have with my friends as to who's going to have the best tan by the end of summer. So I thought, I've got a European skin, my skin is tough, it's really resilient, it can handle the sun, it is okay. But what actually has happened, it's taken probably around 10, 12 years for me to now I'm starting to see the damage that the sun has actually caused on my skin. So I've got freckles, never had them before, pigmentation, never had pigmentation before, and basically all of that is from the damage in my younger years. So although you might be thinking, well, I'm sitting out in the sun, I'm enjoying the sun, I'm getting a beautiful glowing tan, you need to ensure that it does take quite a long time before you actually see the damage on the skin. So the sun actually there's 2 ultraviolet rays that the sun can actually cause damage to the skin. Now, the first ray is your UVB, which is known as our ultraviolet burning rays. Now, these rays are actually responsible for the tan and for the sunburn on the skin. These rays actually have the ability to work into the dermis and target your melanin cells. So we all have melanin cells, and they are responsible for your hair coloring, your eye coloring, and your skin coloring. So the UVB rays will actually target those cells and change the coloring of your skin to a tan, or it could turn into a burn. Then you've got your ultraviolet aging rays, so your UVA rays. Now, these rays are quite powerful because they actually have the ability to penetrate to the middle layer of the skin. Now, as stated earlier, in the middle of your layer of your skin is where your collagen and elastin live. So this is where the sun has the ability to break down those collagen and elastin fibers, which is going to be responsible for the formation of lines and wrinkles. So we have an amazing product in our Nutrimetics skincare range, and a product that I can't live without. So this is our Smart Shield Protection Cream, SPF 50. A little bit goes a long way. It's super hydrating as well. It's great for all skin types. I know people that have got a dry skin and use it and absolutely love it. I've got an oily skin and I use it, and I just use a small amount, goes a long way, and absolutely love it. Using this product every day, so after you've moisturized your skin, will definitely protect you from the sun and from your UVA and UVB rays. Obviously ensure that when you are outdoors and you are exposing the skin on your body, that you are protecting that as well. And my third tip is treating the top layer of your epidermis. So as discussed, those new cells they've got those important functions at the bottom layer of the epidermis, and then they start to climb the staircase, work to the top layer of this epidermis, so to the top part of the staircase, and they become dead and mature skin cells. So when you're using skincare products, it is extremely important that you actually incorporate exfoliating in your weekly skincare regime. If you are investing your time in using skincare products, if you are investing your money in using skincare products, and you choose to not exfoliate, products will find it very, very hard to actually work and target the important areas on your skin. So by exfoliating, you're removing all the dead skin cells, and the product will actually work and target your skin concerns and give you the benefits that the product is designed to do for your skin. So there's two different ways that you can actually exfoliate the skin, and you can exfoliate it physically or chemically. Now, Nutrimedix has an exfoliator for both the different ways that you can exfoliate the skin. So when you exfoliate physically, you're actually using, or annually, you're actually using the product that has got your beads, your little micro beads or your little granules, and you're actually exfoliating those dead skin cells off the surface of your skin. Now, instantly when you exfoliate, you will actually notice that the skin feels amazingly smooth. You do see a beautiful glow on the skin, and you will find that your product, your skincare products, as well as your makeup, will actually look amazing on the skin after an exfoliating treatment. Now, you only need to exfoliate 1 to 2 times per week, and avoid doing that on consecutive days. So just give your skin a couple of days in between before you do your next exfoliating treatment. So with our microdermabrasion kit, what I love about this is that it's very similar to your beauty salon treatments, which a lot of salons offer these days, and it's called your microdermabrasion treatment. Now, unfortunately, those treatments out in the salons, they are quite expensive, and you generally need to have quite a few sessions in order for you to see a beautiful result on your skin. It also can be quite damaging because they actually use machinery to perform the treatment. However, you can actually achieve the same results. And the beauty of that is that you're doing it yourself, you're applying the product yourself, and it's going to give you the same results, but it's not going to be anywhere near as harsh like it is out in a beauty salon. So in your exfoliator, in here you've actually got your Scandinavian mineral polish, and this is what's actually going to remove the dead skin cells off the skin. However, for those of you that use your microdermabrasion treatment and sometimes you may forget to apply step 2, I'm going to tell you how important step 2 is it's not only a hydrating serum, so it's not only going to rehydrate the skin after you've exfoliated it, but it also contains royal peptides. Now, royal peptides, and peptides I'm going to talk a little bit later on, but royal peptide actually helps to target lines and wrinkles. So what you're achieving here is a beautiful glowing skin, freshly exfoliated, but you're also targeting those lines and wrinkles in the skin. Our next exfoliator, which is your chemical exfoliator, is your AHA Complex Refining Solution. So we launched this late last year, and I remember trialing this, and what I actually did is I took photos every week. I took a photo for 6 weeks, and I just wanted to see the difference, and this product is incredible. So what it actually contains is, it's a liquid exfoliator and it contains your glycolic acid. So how a chemical liquid exfoliator actually works is that it helps to break down the glue substance that actually adheres the dead skin cells on the surface of your epidermis. Okay, so it's not actually scrubbing and exfoliating off the dead skin cells, it's actually eating away and breaking down the glue fibers that's sticking it all together. So this product is packaged in red, and as you know, anything that's packaged in red is a nighttime treatment only. And how you actually use this amazing product is you can use it for a 4-week period, and then what you could do is you can have a break for 4 weeks and then use it again. When you first start using it, you only need to use it once every 2 days, and I like to do that for the first week, and then I just reassess my skin, and if I find that it's, you know, doing amazing things and my skin can definitely handle this product a little bit more, I sometimes then start to use it on a daily basis. So you replace your toner when you're using this. So what you do is you cleanse your skin at night, then you just get some cotton pads, you apply a small amount on your cotton pad and wipe over the skin, obviously avoiding your eye area. You can use your serum and you can use your night cream over the top, and then you go to sleep. I highly recommend that you remove this really well off your skin in the morning when you wake up, or at least before you actually step outside, even if it's just stepping outside to do your washing. You will also achieve some additional benefits using your AHA. So it's not only acting as an exfoliator, but it's also going to help boost the skin's glow, smooth the texture. It also has helped, I have noticed, with pigmented skin as well. So it's an amazing product. And what I love is that I can alternate my exfoliating products. And sometimes your skin does like change. So I like to use my microdermabrasion treatment for 4 weeks. And then I take a break from that. And then I use my AHA for 4 weeks. So just breaking it up and actually using both products, you're actually not only exfoliating and removing those dead skin cells, but you'll actually see a beautiful glow to the skin as well. So hopefully taking these 3 tips and starting to, I know most of you probably use skincare anyway, but sharing these tips with others is definitely important to ensure, you know, that people are achieving that healthy, youthful and glowing skin. So even though we might not see perfect skin every cycle of that 28 days, there are things that you can actually do to achieve that beautiful looking skin. Also, exfoliating is really important and really actually helps with pores. So what are pores? Pores are actually just tiny holes in your skin that contain oil glands. So by exfoliating your skin, it will actually help to make your pores less visible. Now, you'll also hear a lot of customers might say to you, what can I use for my pores to diminish the look of my pores? And a lot of the times, there is some great color products and makeup that you can use that diminishes the look of the pores. However, it is also very important that you're treating your pores as well. Because what happens is an open pore can become clogged. And when it becomes clogged, it's basically when too much oil has entered the open pore and dead skin cells are covering it. However, exfoliating will actually help that. So skin imperfections, I just wanted to take you through the different types of imperfections that you can actually find on somebody's skin. So the first one is whiteheads. So whiteheads is when a pore becomes clogged and it bulges out of the skin. So a whitehead is actually quite hard. It doesn't always have a head to it. So it is very hard to extract. However, with whiteheads, it is really important that you do exfoliate. You do use masks, like you can use your clay treatment mask, which is going to help to draw out, and that will help to heal and remove those whiteheads. A blackhead is when your pore is clogged, but it stays open, causes a darkening over the top. So blackheads are more common around your nose, and forehead area. Some people can get blackheads occasionally around their chin area, and very common in men's skin, especially men that have thick, coarse, oily skin, and they even may have a beard. Sometimes you might see blackheads underneath the hair, so where the beard is. A pimple can be called a papule, it can be referred to as a pustule. There's so many different terminologies for pimple, but a pimple is basically when your pore is actually open and it's allowing bacteria to enter and it's allowing the dead skin cells to make their way under the skin. And a pimple generally becomes slightly infected. And there's different types of pimples. You can get a pimple that's under the skin, you can feel it, you can't sometimes see it, it can be a blind pimple, or you can get a pimple that's quite red, it's got a lot of fluid, and it can be quite sore. With pimples, depending on what state the pimple is at, I probably would avoid using harsh products such as your exfoliators until the pimple has reached its stage where it's not too sore or too swollen to treat. Now, I also suggest that please avoid picking and squeezing a pimple, because sometimes the pimple just naturally needs to heal on its own. By picking and squeezing, if you're not doing it correctly, you can actually cause scarring. So instead of having a pimple that may be around for a few weeks, you could have scarring that's going to be with you forever, because our skin will take longer to actually heal and repair. I know that the Clear range, and it was only quite recently I noticed it was on our Beauty Hub page that somebody posted some pictures of their teenagers using our Clear range who had a skin with a few breakouts, a few imperfections on the skin, and Clear is fantastic to really heal. It kind of is a skincare range that's medicated. So it basically will actually help to clear the skin, and it works as an antiseptic for the skin as well. So avoiding picking, squeezing, sometimes you just need to let the pimple heal itself. But of course, using the right skincare products, cleansing your skin well, you will find that you will see less and less imperfections. The next product I wanted to talk to you about, the next part of our skin that I wanted to talk to you about is the acid mantle. And the reason why I wanted to discuss the acid mantle with you is because over the years, I always get asked, Nikki, can you help me with a toner? I can never sell or recommend a toner to everyone. Some people feel that it's just not a necessary step, or they just can't be bothered to add a toner to their skincare regime. However, by understanding a little bit about the acid mantle, hopefully it will give you a better understanding on the importance of using a face toner. So the acid mantle is basically a natural shield that's found on the skin's surface. And what it actually does, it helps to ward off infections and it helps to naturally protect the skin. So we all have a normal pH of the skin, and it varies between 4.5 and 5.5. So if you just have a look at the chart that's on the table, you'll see that that's your ideal pH balance. 0 is acidic and 14 is alkaline. Now, what you can see on the chart there is soap sits at 10, so slightly on the alkaline side. So for people that might say to you, I'm happy just to use soap and water on my skin, you can actually see that they're causing the skin to be more alkalized. Now, water is actually sits in the middle. So water has a pH of 7. So when you're cleansing your skin and you're using your cleanser, you use water to remove it. So because you're cleansing the skin, your skin then starts to become alkalized because of the water. So what's actually going to bring your ideal pH balance back to normal is using a toner. Now, I must say that many, many years ago, and it was probably, 15, 20 years ago, maybe toners used to feel a little bit stripping on the skin. And maybe there was some skincare companies that didn't have, good toners. They were more alcohol-based, and they probably weren't the toners that people wanted to use on the skin because they felt that it wasn't feeling comfortable on the skin, or it made the skin quite drying. However, toners are quite different with their technologies now. None of our toners in our Nutrimetics range will feel drying on the skin. If anything, they feel amazing and really hydrating on the skin. So by using a toner after cleansing, you're just avoiding stripping your acid mantle and returning it to its normal pH balance. Of course, a toner has got amazing other benefits as to why we should be incorporating this in our skincare regime. But I just wanted to share with you this because I'm sure you've all got that 1 or 2 or maybe 3 people that have said to you they're not interested in using a toner. So how the skin ages. So I wanted to take you through the 2 different ways the skin actually ages. However, with sensible health inside and out, it doesn't mean that you can't look great at any age. So the first way that the skin ages is actually naturally. So basically the slowdown of the skin's cell division process, the slowdown of the regenerating of the skin cells starts to create and causes changes on your skin. Also, the breakdown of your collagen, the breakdown of your elastin fibers will start to cause loss of firmness. It will cause lines and wrinkles to appear on the skin as well. So unfortunately, we are all going to experience the natural way the skin ages. However, you can actually make the skin look younger for longer by ensuring that you're actually using products which is targeted for a mature or for an aging skin. It is also important for those, late 20s, early 30-year-olds that may not have any lines or wrinkles appear on the skin. It would be a great idea to start using anti-aging products within your skincare to actually slow down the first signs of aging from actually beginning. How the skin ages, our second way the skin can age, is by things that you can actually do that accelerates the aging process. So not looking after the skin well, certain different types of medication can actually cause the skin to age. The sun would be your number 1 factor. Genetics, smoking, stress, unhealthy lifestyle, diet can all accelerate the aging process. Also, if you're using products and you're not using the correct skincare products that's designed and suitable for your skin type or for your skin conditions, that can also accelerate the aging process. So this is basically how the skin ages. However, I wanted to share with you what peptides are, because peptides is definitely something that you want to look into when you're looking at your anti-aging products. You want to ensure that there's a peptide formula that's actually included in your anti-aging products that you're using. So peptides are short chains of amino acids, and the key to peptides is that they help to combat the aging process. So basically they are little messengers, and what they actually do is they are so small, they're tiny particles that are able to penetrate through the top layers of your epidermis and actually deliver messages to the deeper levels of the skin. So you'll actually see that in a lot of our products, our anti-aging products in our Nutrimetics collection, we do use peptide formulas. Or technologies. So for example, in our Platinum range, we use our tri-peptide technology. In our Restore range, we use our tetrapeptides 7. In our microdermabrasion kit, step 2, we use royal peptides. And in our Aqua Supply Booster, we actually use amino acids. And all these products are ideal and work amazingly well for anyone that's experiencing the aging, those fine lines or wrinkles, or concerned about the aging process. So it is really important to see what peptide formulas are actually in some products, because it's the peptides that actually have the ability to penetrate deeper into the skin. So your peptides are going to work and target basically the deeper levels. And how the skin, I thought, since we're talking about how the skin ages, I thought it would be interesting to show you how the skin changes decade by decade. So in your 20s, everything is looking good. Cells are regenerating at top speed, leading to a very smooth and radiant complexion. There is plenty of collagen and elastin, and the skin is feeling plump, it is wrinkle-free. However, the prevention is your primary job in this decade. Now, sometimes in your late 20s is when you may start to see some slight changes. In your 30s, times are starting to change. However, your skin is no exception. So aging, stress of a career, or even pregnancy can lead to significant changes in your complexion. Slight changes may start to appear, such as fine lines around your eye area or your lip area. You may start to see some loss of tone, and some people in their 30s may even start to experience adult acne. In your 40s, lines and wrinkles do become deeper, as well as less elasticity. So they are basically caused by years of UV exposure, especially if you haven't been looking after the skin when you've been outdoors, and also a declining amount of estrogen. The skin is also losing the ability to retain its moisture. So this is why it is extremely important that you are keeping the skin well hydrated. In your 50s and beyond, this is where you can expect to see several changes, and that's because the cells are not working like they did in your 20s or in your younger years. So this is where you'll see the flattening of your skin cells. You'll notice that the skin becomes thinner. You'll notice that the levels of collagen and elastin may cause the skin to start to sag, and the skin does start to become increasingly drier as well. However, we do have products, and in next week's session, I'm really, really excited to take you through all the different products and how you can actually use amazing products to really target these concerns for each decade. So we've spoken about how the skin ages. We've had a look at a little bit about what the skin is made up of. And now I wanted to take you through a little bit so you have a better understanding on how to analyze the skin. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to find what skin type a person may be. So you could be analysing your own skin, or you could be analysing your customer's skin. The other important thing to remember is that your skin type will only be one skin type, but your skin type can actually change as the seasons change. So for example, in summer, you might have a true oily skin, but in winter, your skin may actually change and be more of a combination skin type. So I just wanted to share with you our product catalogue, and I'm sure you've all got this amazing, cute little product catalogue, which we all love. But this product catalogue has actually been changed over the years, and this year you'll actually notice that the product catalogue has got amazing training material. So it gives you a really good understanding about all the different ranges, how to use the products, what step 1 is, 2, 3, 4, 5. And basically it gives you a really good understanding to help you recommend Nutrametic skincare products. But what I love is on page 12, okay, it does take you through the different types of skins as well as the different types of skin conditions. So although you might not remember everything today, or even if you watch the video again, I mean, understanding everything is hard to do all the time, to remember everything. But this is a really great tool to ensure that you do have something to refer to when you're analysing not only your skin, but your customer's skin as well. So let's have a look at what a normal skin is. A normal skin is perfectly clear, it is smooth, it's got a beautiful tone. The pores are a normal size. So because they're a normal size, they're not getting clogged up, causing any imperfections. A normal skin is not oily. A normal skin is not dry. And breakouts are going to be very rare to see or to find on a normal skin. An oily skin type is definitely thicker in appearance, it's coarse, it's shiny all over, pores are larger, pores do become quite clogged, so they're more prone to breakouts, and their texture can be uneven. So somebody with an oily skin is wanting to use textures in their skincare products that are light, that are fluid, that are gel-like textures. Okay, someone with an oily skin is not going to want to use very heavy moisturizers on their skin. Even when it comes to makeup, they're going to want to use powders. A dry skin is actually lacking in oil. A dry skin feels tight, it's uncomfortable, you barely can see any pores, it's got a flaky appearance, and it also can be a little bit sensitive as well. A combination skin is the most common skin type that you will actually find. Most common skin type around the world. So this is where you actually have two skin types on the one face. So T-zone, forehead, nose, chin can come out to the cheek area will be oily. Cheeks can be normal or dry. It doesn't mean you use two different lots of skincare products, but what you can actually do with the combination skin is you can multi-mask. So you can use two different masks, a clay mask on your T-zone and something a little bit more hydrating or nourishing on the cheeks. And then we have skin conditions. So you analyze your skin, you identify what your skin type is. Skin conditions, you may have 1, 2, 3, or no skin conditions. So they sit on top of a skin type. The first skin condition is a sensitive skin. So a sensitive skin is very thin, it is fine, it is hot, it is warm. prone to redness, that does easily become irritated, and the skin may appear quite dry. What causes sensitive skin is, of course, the sun. Certain types of medication can cause the skin to become sensitive, genetics, really hot showers, allergic reactions, and allergic reactions to food or to ingredients or product. However, the solution for a sensitive skin is using products that are really soothing, that are really comfortable, have a comfortable feeling on the skin. So our Comfort Plus range, our moisturizing system, Nutri-Rich oil is my ultimate favorite product, because Nutri-Rich oil, I like to refer it to as a Band-Aid in a jar. It just fixes everything. So perfect for a sensitive skin, and of course, wearing sunscreen. Foods that are rich in omega-3 and fatty acids and fresh fruit and veggies is actually going to help with the inflammation and clear that inflammation. So it will really help with that sensitive skin condition. The next condition is a dehydrated skin, and this is the most common skin condition. So you can actually be oily and you can be dehydrated. You can be a dry skin type and you can also be dehydrated as well. Now, dehydrated actually lacks in water. And how to know if you're dehydrated is that when you slightly pinch the skin, if you see little fine crisscross lines, it means you are dehydrated. It will have a slight tight feeling, crepey appearance, and sometimes with the dehydrated skin, you'll actually notice very fine lines around the eye, cheek, and lip area. What causes a dehydrated skin is our environment, and everything we do in everyday life can actually cause the skin to become dehydrated. So doing your shopping, you're exposed in air conditioning. Going to the post office to pay a bill, there's air conditioning. You may use air conditioning in the car. You might not be drinking enough water. You're out in the outside world, in the environment, where it actually can cause the skin to become dehydrated. There are so many factors that actually cause the skin to become dehydrated. However, we've got amazing products to treat a dehydrated skin. Exfoliating is extremely important. Your moisturizing system and your Aqua Supply booster are fantastic for a dehydrated skin. These two amazing products, you can use one or the other, and you can use this after you've toned and before you apply your normal traditional serum. You can use the Nutrimedix range, our bamboo sheet mask, which is our new hydrating mask, and of course, increasing your water intake. Another way to know if your skin is dehydrated is by when you wake up in the morning, if you can see the crease marks from the pillow on your face, that means your skin is thirsty. Okay, so you just need to add a little bit of hydration to the skin. So you might want to do a hydrating mask, or just ensure that you are using your hydrating serums in your skincare range. And mature skin. So we've spoken about how the skin ages. So a mature skin, the skin is thinner, fine lines and wrinkles, age spots start to develop as well. The skin is drier, and obviously we spoke about the causes, and that's just the slowdown of the cell division, loss of elasticity and firmness, and the oil glands are less productive, and that is why the skin does become drier. Our products for a mature skin are your Restore, you have your Platinum. You can also recommend Comfort Plus, because Comfort is not only for sensitive, but it does have anti-aging benefits as well. Our Super C Retinol Serum, and of course our 2 exfoliating treatments as well. Increasing foods that are rich in antioxidants, such as spinach, berries, grapes, prunes, or raisins, will actually help to restore the skin's collagen as well. And a problem skin. So it can be problem or blemish skin. So some people might just, hormones change and can experience a problem skin. Problem skin is prone to breakouts, generally more found in an oily skin. The skin can be quite congested, the pores are quite large, and the complexion is quite coarse as well. So what causes a problem skin is trapped oil, not using your skincare correctly, and the number one cause could be not cleansing the makeup and the dirt and oil off your skin well every single day. Adolescence, hormonal change, medication, and stress as well. So you can use our beautiful Clear range, which helps to soothe and help with the problem skin and the breakouts. You can use our exfoliating products as well, because that's going to help to clear those clogged pores. Clarifying clay treatment is just incredible to really draw out. And a clarifying clay treatment is also amazingly works well for a congested skin. And our Super C and Retinol Serum. Foods that are rich in vitamin A actually can also help to clear breakouts and reduce inflammation. And a pigmented skin. So a pigmented skin is basically, can be due to sun damage. Basically, there's an increase in melanin production. The skin can be dark or uneven skin. Lines and wrinkles can actually appear. And also it will have a leathery appearance. So the causes for a pigmented skin is, of course, the sun, lack of using sunscreen. Acne scarring can actually cause pigmentation and uneven skin, and intense facial procedures. So if you're doing really intense peels out in beauty salons, they can actually cause the skin to become pigmented. And that's because a lot of the times these treatments are quite too strong for the skin. And if you don't follow the correct protocol when you're actually undergoing these quite intensive and invasive treatments, you can actually find that the skin starts to become uneven, discolored, and pigmentation will appear. For a pigmented skin, White Age is beautiful. I absolutely love White Age. We've seen some amazing results with people that have been using the White Age. Platinum Restore exfoliating is really important, because exfoliating will actually help to get rid of all the dark skin cells and to give you a more beautiful glow and a more even skin tone. Your Super C Retinol Serum, and of course using your Smart Shield SPF 50 to prevent future pigmented skin. And basically with sun exposure is actually responsible for 90% of physical signs of aging and the #1 cause of lines and wrinkles. So you can actually see how damaging the sun is. So the sun might not be damaging straight away. You might not see the damage on the skin right away. But as I said earlier, it does take time for you to start to see the damage. And the damage can actually be not only on the face, but all over the body as well. So just to finish off for tonight, and we will be going into more detail about with your daily and weekly routine next week when we actually talk a little bit more about each of our skincare ranges. But I just wanted to show you what you should be doing on a daily and weekly basis. So every single day, it is very important that you cleanse your skin. So at night time, I recommend that you cleanse twice, especially if you do wear makeup. Your first cleanse will just remove the makeup, and your second cleanse will actually remove all the dirt and oil. Toner is your next step. We spoke about how important it is to use a toner, but a toner actually helps to prepare the skin for the next step. Your next step is your serum. Your serum is a very, very concentrated product. what's found in your serum is basically active ingredients in a very, very concentrated form. And basically a serum is designed to be used straight after a toner directly on the skin, and it will just absorb straight into the skin. Never leave a serum on its own. Always seal a serum with a moisturizer. Okay, so your next step would be a moisturizer, and you've got your day cream and your night cream. So day cream will have your sunscreen, and night cream won't have any sunscreen. So with your night cream, you'll also find that a night cream generally tends to be thicker in texture. It does have more additional ingredients in there as well. And the reason for that is that a night cream is actually designed to work on your skin when you're actually sleeping and when the body is resting, because that is the best time to be renewing the skin. And of course, your next step is your eye cream. Eye cream, a small amount goes a long way. Basically, always use your ring finger and just pat under your eye area. You can actually feel the bone area. Pat your eye cream there. Please don't rub your eye cream into the eye area, because once you apply it in very gentle tapping motions, it actually will seep to the area it needs to go naturally. And of course, weekly, as I said to you earlier, exfoliating is extremely important. If there is one thing I want you to take away, I want you to take away and tell everybody how important it is to exfoliate the skin. And of course, using a mask. So it's like you're doing your own little facial in a jar. Now, with your weekly treatments, you can do your weekly treatments once or twice. I prefer to do them twice. Sunday night and Wednesday night is mask and exfoliate night for me. And just another little tip before I leave you with a special offer is that never give up on a product. Always give a product at least 3 weeks to work its magic, because this is the time that the skin cells are actually renewing themselves. However, I must say that there's so many amazing products that we have here in Nutrimetics, and a lot of the products you actually do see instant results. I hope you've enjoyed the session. So we never end an event without an offer. So I wanted to share with you my offer to you for tonight. And our special event offer is 50% off our Ultra Care AHA Complex and Refining Solution. In Australia, $29.50. In New Zealand, it is $32. The code you order online, it's unlimited. Code is 10728, and the offer will actually end tomorrow night. So Friday the 19th, or should I actually say Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Sydney time. So take advantage of this amazing offer, because not only is this product incredible, and it is free shipping as well. So you might even want to add some more extra additional items into your cart. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I will be reviewing all the questions in the chat box that have come through. And if there's any questions that I can answer, I will place them on the NutraHub page for you to view. And I'm looking forward to next week's session when we actually learn so much more about our fabulous Nutrimetics products. So thank you, and over to Linda.
Thank you, Nikki. And I can tell you the messages are coming through thick and fast. Amazing job. Thank you so much for sharing. And I was sitting there thinking about your presentation going, I love that product. I love that product. I love that product. And then thought, I use a lot of products. Don't we use a lot of products? But let me also remind everyone that the microdermabrasion is also on special, and I think that is a fantastic offer in the current brochure. So if you're thinking between the AHA and the microderm, they're both on a fantastic offer right now. So once again, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you same time, same channel next week, next Thursday, where we'll go into part B and Nikki will share more on the product and where the product actually works and how you combine all the products together. So thank you for joining us and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. I'll just unmute everyone just for some noise.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Fantastic.
You
Well
too.
done.
Fantastic.
so much.
Bye.
Love seeing you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Linda. Bye.
Love you all.